Well, Jordan, I've given you some time to think about it. Tell me, what do you believe a god to be?
Oh my god, we're still doing this, huh? I mean, look, it's whatever. You get the stone, and then I guess a god's whatever you say it is, because you're God at that point, right?
A very pragmatic and material way of thinking about it, I suppose.
I am the great I am. The Alpha and the Omega.
Let me frame it differently. Jordan, what is King Arthur now?
Oh, I mean, now he's... a plot device.
And what was he before?
Well, I guess that's when things start getting complicated to suss out, right? Because on one hand, I could say he was a god in charge of the same thing that we're doing here. He was the god of conquest, of conquering, dominion, swords, or we could say that was never really true, and it was a plot detail I made up. And that's the thing when you're dealing with godhood, is that it's kind of both, isn't it?
Okay. Let me try another angle here.
I'm answering your questions. I don't know what to tell you.
It is just very frustrating to talk to you sometimes, Jordan. You understand that, right? Like, I'm not trying to be a bitch about it.
No one's putting a gun to your head. I'm not the one. You approached me.
Why do you think that is, Jordan? Why, if I am simply a manifestation of Solaris's desire for dominion, why would I be spending my time desperately trying to engage with you, to get you to think critically for one moment of your life? Why you even want any of this?
Think critically about what? About being a god? Why would Solaris's manifestation of a will to dominate want me to think about why I would want to be a god and maybe decide, gee, it's not all it's cracked up to be? Yeah, I wonder. Why would they want me to willingly give up on having power? Why would someone wanting to dominate someone else want that? Boy, that's a head scratcher.
Okay. Can I even ask why you want it?
You can ask whatever you want. I'm answering your questions. I keep telling you that.
Why the fuck do you want it so bad, Jordan? Has it made you happy? Has it gotten you anything?
I was feeling pretty...
and anger from your peers. Your former peers.
I was feeling pretty fucking alright until everyone ruined it.
Really? Because I seem to remember you talking about how miserable your childhood was, and how no matter what godlike power you might have had access to, you saw no reason, no, you lacked the capacity to alter it.
I think we're done here.
We're done when I say we're done, Jordan Rogers. You... all of you are such fucking teenagers about this, my God! Oh, I don't want the power. It's too scary. I don't know what to do with it. Oh, give me the power. I'll wield it to torment the people I might once have called friends. Oh, I'll use the power just to engage in some ridiculously circuitous plot to try and baffle the Void Moose into letting us live. No, give me the power. I want to be God so bad. Look at all my ideas that I can't fucking keep straight.
Well, the last one was you, wasn't it?
Your arrogance Jordan, is truly incredible. I mean, for the first time in God knows how long, you're speaking to someone who actually wants to help you instead of kicking you in the ribs. And all you can do is have your little quips, your little, oh, well, look at you, look at the bug boy's little imaginary friend. You can't even engage with the idea that I might be a person in my own right, that I might not be talking completely out of my ass.
If you're done throwing your tantrum, I've got a mystery to solve, a body to get back, a bunch of people to get revenge on, and a god throne to reclaim. So can we wrap this up?
Jordan.
I guess not.
I wanted to help you. I wanted to stop you from making what is going to be the single greatest mistake of your life.
What mistake's that?
You are going to attempt to reclaim your little throne because for whatever fucking reason you can't satisfy yourself with writing a normal book on a normal typewriter. And as soon as you do, everyone in this little cast of characters will have it out for you again. They will stop at nothing, and they will not have
When did that ever stop?
Why do you think that is, Jordan? Why do you think none of them have been willing to engage with you, save for Solaris, who, if I'm her, is quickly losing her patience? Why do you think people can't fucking stand to talk to you? Why do you think people take every opportunity they can to make jokes at your expense? Because you consistently alienate them. Any attempt they make to connect with you, to give you helpful advice, to do anything, you immediately characterize as the desperate flailing of someone trying to get one up on you. It's like you can't even comprehend the idea that someone would like you.
Yeah, I'm a piece of shit. Like I said,
you're
multiple
doing
times.
It right now. Ugh. You are actively making the choice to push every potential lifeline, every potential path away from you until all that is left is the path of self-destruction.
All right, shut up.
And
just
you think
shut
you're
up.
Smart for
Just shut up. Oh my god. How many times are you gonna make the same fucking point over and over again? I heard you, okay?
I don't know why I bother. I don't know why I ever bother. It's always the same fucking shit. Good luck solving your little mystery, Jordan. God forbid you actually have some fun for once in your pathetic life.
If I can have everyone take one big step back. I know you're all weird investigation perverts, but this is my crime scene, so if you could all just clear a perimeter for me to start investigating here.
Hey, Solo.
No, it's not your crime scene. It's all of our crime scenes. We're all involved.
Sorry. Let me try this a different way. I'm in charge. And I'm using Winner Takes It All to try to make that statement true, Solo.
Okay, well, first I do have to answer whatever Bob wanted. What's up, Bob? Sorry, I'm a little scattered, but it's okay. I should grab my deck before I forget.
Yeah, I was hoping to use my hyperspeed to enter, like, hyper time so I could act before anybody else does.
Oh, shit.
Okay. To do what?
Well, first stop and take a stock of the room. So I just want to make sure, like, see who all is with us in this crowd that just found the body.
Well, I can tell you every guest is here except for Gary Shirogorov. He will be along shortly, though.
Okay, so Mona's here, Chandler's here, Lenny's here, Henri's here, Cyril's here, Yanaka Sakamoto's here, and Sue, who's, like, Magic's friend, she's here?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
Oh, the notes dropped. I'm gonna just read. Can I read the notes from last episode? Are they spoilery?
Yeah, they shouldn't have any spoilers in them. I expunged all the clues, so yeah, that should be fine.
Maurice uses Boogie Wonderland to summon a script.
Okay. Yeah, as for the room itself, it is a pretty huge mess. It is covered in wet spots, like somebody's been spilling water all over. A bunch of shit has been knocked around, off of shelves, off the bed, and so on. And then, Jordan, you were trying to assert control over the crime scene. I would say that can be either a dazzle or a beat the odds plus POW.
I'm going to hinder that.
Yeah, sure. Okay, well, POW is better for me, so that's 2, so I get 2, and then Haley discards one of them.
Okay, give me a moment. So let's see. Your cards are the Star or the Fool.
Haley, what are you taking away from me?
I'm taking away the Star.
Wait, what are you doing to hinder me like that?
I'm closing your beak with my fingers.
I see.
Obviously.
I am picturing him just like flapping his wings around very indignantly trying to slip away from you.
Yeah, well, yeah, I am going to do exactly that and try to jerk away, and I'm going to use that as a basis to push myself on this to get another card here.
Okay, you're sure you don't want the Fool?
No, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, Jordan, you've pushed into the tower.
Oh
no!
Fucking damn it!
How does it feel, Jordan?
Every time?
Well, I'll put the Fool back on the bottom of the draw deck, and that is going to take the Phantom Clock.
Yeah.
Which takes us to 8, I believe.
8 o'clock.
Alrighty. So I think what happens, Jordan, is you do assert that you're in charge, and you get a little a little bobby hat and a little badge. Instead of being pinned to anything, it's just kind of hanging around your neck on a chain. And for a moment, everybody in the room just kind of looks at you silently, not really sure what to say. And then Flannery goes, "Oh, that's fucking stupid. I'm not taking orders from a bird." Listen, I'm clearly the only person here who has any real hands-on experience with some shit like this. I've seen plenty of murders, thank you very much. I think we should listen to the bird. It clearly has some kind of powerful spiritual energy to it that can't simply be ignored. Birds like this are often omens of terrible things.
Hey, you know who has a lot of spiritual energy and would probably be smart to ask some questions? The ghost of the murder victim in front of us. Hey, Sherlock?
Yes, one moment. I will simply, and he, I think he considers lifting his body off the ground, but then thinks better of it, like, no, that would be disturbing the crime scene. So instead he just floats languidly back up to his room and kind of, dusts off his spectral form. Yes, well, how can I help you, young Bob?
Yeah,
and friends and crew?
I'm going to assume, based on, the narrative conceit, that you probably don't know who killed you. But what can you tell us?
If I'm being honest, I believe I may have killed myself.
Why?
I'm not entirely certain.
Why would you do that? accident?
Well, I will provide the best testimony that I can under the circumstances, though my mind was a bit clouded. I think Chandler St. Mark just whispers to the nearest person, "It's on this fucking cocaine again, I knew it." So, before all this came to pass, I was simply in my room reading a fine novel, preparing for the dinner proper, when, I don't know the exact time this would have happened, as I wasn't exactly looking at the clock, but I began to become possessed of a gradually growing anxiety. At first, I thought I may have simply, imbibed some poorly processed substances, but as this sensation grew, I became increasingly certain that rather than any sort of chemical or physiological effect, I was in fact being stalked by an unseen intruder, as I'm sure is precedented for all of you.
Yes,
as this
that
feeling
does match my own symptoms when I encountered the enemy Eidolon.
As these feelings grew, and as I felt my own clothing beginning to become slick and sticky with sweat, I started pacing the room, rummaging through my things, tossing anything I could find aside, looking for the source of this mysterious anxiety, and yet I could not find it. Eventually, I reached such an anxious frenzy that I threw open the window to the balcony, I threw open the portal to the balcony and stepped out, only to find myself stumbling forward, toppling over the edge, and collapsing to the ground, breaking my neck, as you can see before you.
Did you drink anything before you felt those feelings of anxiety?
Let's see. I had a small bottle of cider. I had some orange juice in order to recover from a mild cold I've had recently. I had a glass of ice water. I had a glass of lukewarm water from the bathroom because I didn't feel like getting more ice. I may have had a glass of wine, but that was quite some time ago, so I don't think it would have been related.
How long ago was that wine?
Easily an hour or two.
Solo, does the poison that I found have the ability to cause the kind of symptoms that Sherlock is reporting?
Let me look that up real quick.
Do I need to draw something for that?
I am looking up Japanese wolfsbane on Wikipedia and looking...
I mean, the fact that you don't have this answer ready kind of already answers it for me, I feel like.
All right, the influx of sodium through these channels and delay in their repolarization increases their excitability, may lead to convulsions, ventricular arrhythmia, and death. So, more associated with heart attacks and such than with a mere panic attack.
Hey, Solo.
Yeah?
I would like to investigate the water on the floor.
All right, sure thing. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Yeah, so I already know from Haley's attack that whatever did this to Sherlock is some kind of water creature. I want to see if there's a trail that might indicate where this thing came from or went.
Ooh, all right. Let's see. You have... Would that be genius or biz in this instance? Or should I just declare it?
And it sounds like they're investigating.
Yeah, I'll call that an investigate draw, so that'll be one card, which is the world.
Hell yes. What happened here recently?
Let's see, what happened here recently? I would say that you are not finding any particular pattern that would suggest that the Eidolon in question entered from outside the room. Rather, it seems more like it materialized inside the room and immediately fell upon Sherlock. The wet spots are distributed fairly chaotically, in such a way that suggests they only started forming due to the struggle that may have occurred, / Sherlock's fumbling, and so on, and so forth. I also think while you are all discussing this, Gary Shirogorov does finally show up to join the rest of you. He's clearly looking a little out of it. Seems like he's probably been taking a nap. And he's just like, oh shit, did a murder happen or something?
A little bit.
Feels like that happens wherever I fucking go, man.
Yeah, that seems like the kind of thing that'll happen. Hey, I have an idea, and I'm sorry for kind of commandeering all this shit, y'all, but something very important I think we should do before we move on. What is everyone's Eidolon? I need everyone here in this room to tell us what their Eidolon is.
All right. Well, I'll have them go around. My name is Henri Etan. I'm a 22-year-old freelance photojournalist. My Eidolon, Search Find, and he summons it. It's that two-dimensional, kind of Keith Haring-looking guy, is capable of finding concealed objects and forgotten places, whether I want it to or not. My name is Cyril Huang, 19 years old, originally from Shanghai.
You're 19 years old.
Okay, I don't know why this is surprising you, given that we are...
You're 18 years old. What are you?
Yeah,
sounds much older.
Well, I've had a very exciting and eventful life. All right. Anyway, my Eidolon, Wind of Change, and he summons a form that is also two-dimensional, but it seems to kind of exist purely in negative space. You can't see it directly. It's more that objects sort of slightly shift their position on the walls to suggest where it is. It grants me control over wind, allows me to fly and such. And Canel, Henri's pet chicken here, Henri, how do we make it do something? Usually she just kind of acts on her own. She doesn't have water. She turns into a phoenix, basically. Goes on fire, flies...
She has an Eidolon? Could she talk? Like dog can?
I don't think she likes to.
You know what? Fair.
And then, let's see, next up. I'm Leonard Mira, and my Eidolon is Starchild. And he pulls out a physical magnifying glass. And it can reveal the true nature of anything it views. And I think he gestures towards Sue. And her Eidolon, White Knuckle Ride, is those gauntlets that she's wearing. They are extremely durable and may grant her enhanced strength.
Okay, cool.
Next up, I would say, is Yonaka. She kind of straightens her back, which makes her look even taller and more stretched out. My Eidolon is Crystal Moon Showtime. And a sort of glittering, blurry halo forms around her head. It doesn't do much, generally. It mostly... No, not mostly. It exclusively enhances my pre-existing psychic abilities, making it very easy for me to receive spirits and premonitions into myself. I'm Gary Shirogorov, and my Eidolon... Hang on a second. Here, boy. And out of his room trundles that little dog. That's my Eidolon, Stick by You. We have a psychic connection, but that's about it.
Hey, little guy. Hey.
All right. Well, I'm Bob McGovern, and my shoes let me run really fast. They're called the Hustle.
I am bored out of my mind, and I'm going to fly up to where Sherlock fell from to see if I can find anything in that room, like any kind of poison in a cup he was drinking out of or something.
I'm gonna tell you outright, there's no poison and no weapon. It's just a bunch of wet spots in there.
My name is Haley Holst. My Eidolon is Shining Star, and it does a lot of things. Solo, can I draw in, please?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I'm going to say you can stick with the Infiltrator and keep your water powers. Switch over to the Beast, or switch over to the Navigator.
I will switch to the Beast. And I will turn into I suddenly turn into a little garter snake, and my Eidolon helps me pursue my animal urges by slipping through cracks.
I try to catch Haley before she falls from... I assume you're like standing and then you're a snake, and I try to catch you.
Yes. So for example, sometimes it does this.
I gently pet the top of your head.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm sorry, I forgot your name. The boy was Starchild.
Leonard Magic Mira.
Leonard, thank you. I apologize for my rudeness. Your magnifying glass can see the true nature of things. I suspect that may be important because I believe the Eidolon we're chasing ambushed Sherlock Holmes by pretending to be one of the beverages that he was attempting to consume.
That is possible. It would give it a good way to get inside.
Most likely it will try that trick again. So you are going to be crucial.
Okay, no more drinking tonight.
So... Alright, so I can already vouch for Casey and Maurice and Jordan, unfortunately. So that means that unless someone in here is somehow able to conceal the actual nature of their Eidolon, or has more than one somehow, the perpetrator is no one in this room. Who else could be in the building?
I can assure you that nobody else is inside the building. Entrance to the Caxton estate is only possible with one of those tokens that I gave your friend with the letter I sent you. And I can also assume that Maurice's partner and the slightly younger boy with the shifty eyes hanging out with you also do not have water-based Eidolons, so...
Hold on. Something just hit me. I'm thinking back through my list. Did Chandler St. Mark say what his Eidolon was?
Oh, I didn't. You passed over me. But it's nothing to do with that. My Eidolon is Pay My Rent, and his Eidolon, which is a short humanoid shadow and clothes that almost but don't quite match his, shows up. And I feel like, should I demonstrate this? No, it's easy to explain.
Let you pay your rent?
No, it's more that it allows me to make... Are you familiar with the concept of a magically binding contract?
A little bit.
Well, it does that.
I see.
Do you happen to have some sort of ledger, for your contracts?
Nope. It all lives right up here. And he taps his head.
Hey, by the way, Maurice sidles up to this guy. Are you familiar with any supernatural meese, anything like that nature? Anything like that.
Like you're talking about the Void Moose?
Oh, great.
Have you ever gotten a bad deal with a moose, Chandler?
Don't tell people what the bad deals you've made.
I've gotten in bad deals with all sorts of people, kid.
Oh my god.
Listen, I have sworn off women because they're more trouble than they're worth, and the fact of the matter is most men are too. No offense to any present company.
None taken.
Bob, you're fine.
Okay. Oh, interesting fellow.
I'm gonna approach one of these puddles of water in this upstairs room and kind of take a little sip of it and try to use that to dredge and figure out if I can learn anything about the location of the Eidolon that left this behind, or any more information about it that we can use that I can use.
All right, yeah. Your biz is, it looks like 2. All right. You have either the Sun or the Emperor.
Gotta go with the Sun.
All right, that's positive. You're given cause to celebrate, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think you have a little sippy of the puddle, and it is extremely cold, extremely salty, and just kind of generally a little bit unpleasant to drink, but it does fill you with a sense the user of this Eidolon is in fact nearby, and you are certain it is not any member of the Mystery Solvers Club. However, anything more specific than that is kind of clouded. You're certain that you can work it out, but I don't think this is necessarily going to give you an obvious clue that I can name off the top of my head. I'll try and think if any would present itself as moving forward. I'll just kind of
my cause for celebration is all the information I already knew before I tried to learn anything.
Okay, listen, I'm trying to figure out how to give you a clue on this without just giving the fucking game away. I didn't expect you to drink it, okay?
Sorry that you didn't expect me to be really good at the game.
Drinking sweat is not detection, Jordan!
Oh, it's sweat! Okay, well now we're getting somewhere.
Casey looks at the bottle, puts it down, keeps looking at the group as they do their investigation.
The bottle that you trapped some of the Eidolon in previously, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe we can use that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure as hell not gonna drink it.
I'm going to fly back down and say, I can sense heart rates.
Okay, yeah, I'm not even gonna make you draw for that. I think.
Does anybody have a heightened heart rate?
Casey.
Okay, that's great. Let's see. I think Cyril Huang's heart rate is probably a little bit high. Yonaka Sakamoto, her heart is fucking pounding. Chandler St. Mark, also a bit elevated. Everybody else seems pretty chill considering the circumstances.
Does Sakamoto look sweaty at all?
I'm always asking people if they look sweaty.
I wouldn't say any more than you would expect, no.
Okay. I'm going to just sort of like do a few little bird hops over to them and be like, what the?
What about Gary?
What about me?
What does Gary look sweaty at all?
Nah, Gary looks cool as a cucumber.
Yeah?
I mean, he just got up from a nap, so I guess maybe he'd be a little sweaty in that way. You know when you have, like, a nap that's a little fucked up and you wake up, like, sweaty from that? Like, there's maybe a little bit of that going on, and his hair's really tousled, but, like, he's not actively sweating, I would say.
What you so nervous about, Sakamoto?
I'm sorry?
You heard me. What's got you freaked out?
Well, we did just see a man. We didn't see him die per se, but we have been witnesses to his murder.
Oh, but a seasoned detective like you're used to that. What else is going on? Talk to me, we can be buds.
I usually come to murders long after the victim has already died, if I'm being honest.
Can I try to determine whether this is an honest answer?
I'm gonna say right off the bat, it extremely is not, and
Okay.
I will let you draw a genius to figure out exactly what's going on.
All right, well, I've got 3 genius.
All right. That gives us the Devil, the Hanged Man, or the Chariot.
Yeah, I guess give me that chariot.
All right. The Chariot... Is that your resident?
No.
Okay. The Chariot is a neutral card. You exceed your own limits. So I think you do sort of stare into the soul of Yonaka Sakamoto. Her heartbeat is accelerating. She's starting to sweat a bit more, and you're noticing the halo around her shimmering and glowing brighter and brighter, when suddenly Mona Ouroboros says, "Wait a fucking minute! You put me in that old man's body, you hag!"
What?
What's happening?
No, I think I kind of remember that. I woke up in the middle of my nap and, like, my body didn't feel like my own. I don't remember when that was, though. I was just, passed out in the hallway, right?
Wait, you were passed down the hallway?
Solo, I'd like to try something. So, one of the beast's starting moves is that I can talk to any non-human animal.
Okay, yeah.
I would like to try and communicate with Gary's dog.
Yeah, that's where I was going. Okay. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, I think it looks at you and is just like, "What's going on?"
Hi.
That's not the voice I expected.
Do you...
Look, there's only so many accents I could do. I'm already doomed. Bro. Actually, no. You know what? I figured out a better voice for the dog. "Hey, what's going on?"
Hi.
Kind of a Rocky vibe.
Yeah, I'm going for a little bit of a Sly Stallone thing.
First of all, I do have a question for you. Do you have any, like, special magic powers?
I got a psychic link with the old man, but that's about it.
Okay. So you yourself, you're just a dog, right?
I'm pretty much just a dog, yeah.
Okay, so you you aren't a magic entity. You can't.
I mean, I'm magic insofar as I have a psychic connection to this guy. I feel like I just explained that.
Okay. What was he doing while he says he was asleep?
As far as I could tell, he was passed out cold, just face down on his bed. But he's talking about the whole, body switcheroo thing, so if that's true, then, I don't know, maybe it was a little different. Either way, he wasn't really communicating either with any of that,
Did you feel a break in the psychic link? I guess I can't. Ask the dog if they felt a break in the psychic link.
Did you ever feel a break in your psychic connection?
No, not really. I couldn't say that. All felt pretty normal to me.
Hey, so hold on. What happened? Did you two are you two in your correct bodies right now? Is everybody where they should be?
I'm where I should be. I don't know about him.
I mean, that's kind of a stupid question to ask. If anyone swapped around, they might have reason to lie about it. We have no way of knowing. And also, we don't know any of these people, so who cares who's in whose body?
Uh-huh. Yeah, but knowing what everyone's saying can be a clue, you dumbass.
Well, while everyone's doing that, I want to take a quick peck at Sakamoto's halo to see if it tastes like sweat.
It doesn't. I do think that when you peck it, there's just sort of a burst of energy that sends you flying into a wall.
Oh, interesting. So, does that... I mean, am I getting hurt by that? That sounds like I'm getting hurt by that.
I'm not going to make you get hurt by that. No, it's just, slapstick for now.
Okay, well, in that case, as I'm, picking myself up from falling over, I'm like, okay, so, potentially, seems like some of those psychic powers you mentioned might include telekinesis.
I suppose, but I don't...
So, if you were a practiced user of it, which you are... That means you could telekinetically manipulate water around to create the illusion of a water-based Eidolon.
But then why would that cause anxiety?
I mean, Sherlock does cocaine. He just has anxiety all the time. That might just be a red herring.
Yeah. But I don't just randomly get anxious.
Well,
no, that's more my thing.
Well, if she's got telepathy, or clairvoyance, or whatever the fuck... She might well have empathy, too. It's not beyond the pale that she could insert a negative emotion into somebody by peering into their minds.
Right, what kind of psychic abilities do you have, Sakamoto?
Mostly I'm a spirit channeler and predictor of the future.
So how come that just happened to me, then? I got blown back like that. What kind of future prediction made that happen?
I assure
Sorry, can you speak up a little? I can't hear you.
I assure you it's only a method of self-defense.
Sherlock, would any of these people even have a motive for killing you?
I find that looking for motive is not always as helpful as you might expect. Motives are often concealed or irrational. And merely attempting to speculate on such matters often comes up with the, result that either everyone has an obvious motive or no one does.
He's got a lot of enemies. He's been an asshole. Listen, I get it. I've been an asshole too. You have to.
Okay, well, I think that's a little unnecessary, but all right.
Oh, come on! You know you're an asshole, right? Like in the stories.
A lot of people have motives to fuck up Sherlock Holmes. I get it.
I'm gonna move next to Henri and sort of try and lean in and talk to him real quick. Hey, so your Eidolon finds hidden things, right?
That's correct, yes.
I think we need to make absolutely sure. Is there anyone hiding in this building we don't know about?
Oh, I can tell you already that there isn't. That would have pinged for me forever ago if that were the case.
Okay.
We have an interesting case here because going and causing a murder around all these Eidolon users, there's a lot of traps or a lot of tricks and traps to be run into, you know? Like, they would know not to leave because we would notice they're leaving.
I think Lenny raises his hand.
Yeah, Lenny.
Has anybody said something that contradicts an obvious, a well-known piece of trivia? Because that's kind of my main thing for solving crimes.
How familiar are you with Sherlock Holmes stories?
I know that he can bend an iron bar with his bare hands. I know that he fell from the Reichenbach Falls and was thought dead for a while, but then it turned out he wasn't.
There was no ghost mentioned there.
Oh, that's true. There was the Hound of the Baskervilles, which people thought was a ghost, but I believe it was an ordinary dog that was somehow rendered glowing.
I put my hand up and moved to Jordan. Do they know their shit? Do they know their shit on Sherlock?
I don't know. I'm more confused why no one is following up on the very suspicious person that I've built a strong preliminary case against.
I think you're wrong. I was about to tell you to back off.
Okay,
but...
why? Why am I wrong? Give me a reason.
Oh, because it's you and I love...
No, listen, I know you fucking hate me, but explain to me where I've made an error in judgment so far.
You are jumping to the first even glint of a thing. What's your evidence? That they have a slightly different power than what they said?
Yeah, so they're lying.
Yeah, but sometimes people lie because they make a mistake, not because they're like trying to hide something.
Bob asked them a very straightforward question, and we got, I have other powers that it just sort of makes stronger. Like, come on.
I think it's too easy. Also,
maybe it is.
If we're thinking about a story, right. I think it's too easy.
There's only one way to be sure. Hey, Solo.
Yeah.
I want to dredge.
Okay, what you dredging?
What exactly does this woman's Eidolon do?
Okay. Let's see, you have Biz 2?
Yeah.
That is the Emperor, you break something, or the Fool, you become who you need to be in this moment. Either way, that's neutral, I believe.
I'm gonna push.
Okay, that's gonna take the Phantom Clock to 9. Oh, that's the devil. You get what you want at a price you can't afford.
Actually, I think it technically should be at 10 since I did also sabotage.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
right,
fuck.
we didn't count that.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, I'm gonna need you guys to stop pushing, or I'm gonna have to interrupt my really cool mystery.
Solo, you're very sweet.
What happens at 9? Oh, -1 on going to every single move with the exception of receive aid. Okay, that's fine. So Bob gets the devil. I think, Bob, you reach out psychically, and you do accidentally make contact with Yonaka Sakamoto's Eidolon as well. You are also blown back, but I think the price you can't afford, which does get what you want, is, well, Jordan, for the next, an indeterminate amount of time, you have a human body, and
Whoa.
Bob is in a funny crow.
What?
Okay.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Depends on how you look at it.
Do they have each other's powers now as well?
Let me look through my notes real quick to check, because that is actually a very important question, I think. No, you have your own Eidolons.
Okay. That makes sense. They're soul-based. I just sort of, Bob was studying Sakamoto, and I'm just going to continue to do that from their eyes and just say, like, right, yeah, the body swap thing. Why did you swap what's her name with what's his name?
Okay.
Well, she was kind of getting in my face, and I was worried that she was going to attack me. I wasn't going to attack you, for God's sake!
Why were you worried she was going to attack you?
Oh, well, we've had a tumultuous relationship in the past, and
Does she hurt you often?
No, God, no!
Then why would you think that?
It just sort of seemed obvious at the time, I guess.
Wait, hold on. You were feeling this anxiety. This whole incident was occurring at what time?
This incident was occurring at roughly 5 to 5:15 p.m.
Okay. When when had myself and KC investigated the wine cellar?
Let's see. You witnessed the boulder crashing through the cellar door, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then that would have been around like 6:15 to 6:30.
Okay. Sherlock, when do you remember, what time do you remember it being when you fell off the balcony?
It would have been somewhere between 6:45 and 7 o'clock, I believe.
Okay.
I know it was before 7 because I hadn't gone to the dining hall yet.
I have an unpopular... Well, I have a suggestion that I think is going to be unpopular, but it would work.
What is it?
Well, listen, none of these are, like, real people. They're, like, funny little paper dolls that Solo made for her dumb murder mystery.
Hey,
We could just, like... We're, like, no matter what happens here, we're never gonna see any of these fucking people again. We could just, like, kill all of them, and by necessity, we'd get the killer in that case.
That's not what we're going to do.
It would work.
Because they are real people.
Nah, not really.
You're a piece of shit.
Hey, Jordan, I want to make something really fucking clear here. When I said you would get a human body if you solved the murder,
Right.
I didn't mean, if you just kill everybody who could have been the murderer, you get everything you want. No, you got to do this shit by the book. What the hell?
Man, imagine
have
back
you
in
ever
like
written a fucking story in your life?
Imagine back in like ancient Greece, Alexander starts cutting the Gordian knot in the Sphinx. Like, no, that's cheating. You're supposed to like undo the knot. You can't just cut it in half.
Shut up, Jordan.
See what we deal with?
About finding a straightforward solution. Jordan, this is a detective story. I thought you liked those. What kind of shitheel author are you? You have no sense of
He doesn't like
pacing,
that.
no sense of
He just
setup
likes
and
to
payoff.
pretend he does.
You're a fucking child playing with blocks.
I told you it'd be unpopular.
Hey everybody, it's Maxie, here to talk about how you can support award-winning podcast Eidolon Playtest. Originally, I was planning on doing the whole thing in Balor voice, but would you fucking believe that talking like this for extended periods of time is not, like, super great for my throat? That aside, thank you very much for listening to the show. I hope you're enjoying it as we approach, bit by bit, the series finale. Series for Disco Ska, not for the podcast. The podcast is still going to be going for a while. We'll tell you more about that once we're closer to the next season. But for now, I want to talk about how you can support us at patreon.com/Eidolon Playtest. You can support us by subscribing at patreon.com/Eidolon Playtest. But more importantly, you get cool stuff for subscribing. For example, for $1 a month, you get access to all episodes 1 week early. I'm recording this on the 18th of August, so I assume it's coming out on the 19th of August. If you're not subscribed, you're listening to it on the 26th of August. That's fucked up. You're missing out. You're screwing yourself over. Someday, you're gonna be looking back at life on your deathbed, and you're gonna be like, if only I had heard those episodes 1 week earlier, everything would have been perfect. But instead, I'm living in a trash can, which is inside another larger but lower quality trash can, a dumpster, as some call it. I wish I could go back. I wish I could change it. I wish I could do it right. For $3 a month, or more, you get episodes a week early, and you also get access to the GM notes for every episode we put out. I put a lot of work into GM notes for these few sessions that did not go as planned, but that's kind of on purpose, a little bit, and you could find out more about that if you read the GM notes. You'll also get access to Eidolon Playlist, which is a monthly podcast where various cast members talk about a band that was referenced on the podcast. We've done it for ABBA. We've done it for Outcast. We've done it for, I think the most recent one, or else the one that's coming up next, is Plastilina Mosh. They're great. I was not on that one, but they are a fantastic band. At some point, I really want to do an OK Go. I already did an OK Go one. What am I saying? Everybody was mad at me for not putting Invincible from Oh No onto the playlist, and you can hear them be mad at me right now. It's frozen in amber. It's an eternal testament to how mad they were at me, and it's funny as fuck. So, you get that for $3. For $5, you get access to the current draft of the game, which is nominally the final draft of the game, though Luke has been running around like a chicken with his head cut off, fixing various errata that people point out. If you get access to the game, you could be one of those people. You could be the person who's saying, hey, over here you say it's called Pick Locks Hack Consoles, but over here it says Hack Consoles Pick Locks. What's up with that? And Luke can be in the Discord and he can be like, fuck, god damn it, okay, I fixed it now. This is a real process. It's part of game design, game editing, game publishing. You could be a part of that process, and it's a beautiful thing. I guess you could also run Eidolon playtest for your friends, if that's what you're into. And then for $10 a month, that's the big spender tier, though, it's just like a lunch. Maybe less depending on where you live. Lunch is way too fucking expensive in Chicago. Anyway, if you give us $10 a month, we put like a wide variety of stuff on the Patreon feed that just doesn't fit into any of the previous categories. We've been doing something called Maiden Voyage, where Iris plays through every mainline Toho game, and I torment her as she does so. We've talked about books, we've talked about movies, we've done games of Fiasco, which is a fantastic tabletop RPG. We've done 2 of those. I'd love to get a third together at some point in the near future. We got podcasts where people talk about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and Jujutsu Kaisen as well, I believe. It is basically, if you want to hear more of us yammering at each other, and I assume you do, because you're listening to the podcast where it is basically us yelling at each other and making jokes, you can have more of that for $10 a month, and we greatly appreciate it. Obviously, if you are not able to give any of that money, or if there is something more important you're giving that money to, I absolutely get it. There's a bunch of fucking shit going down right now, and it sucks, and maybe you are like, I'm just putting all my income towards that right now that isn't going to, like, feeding me. I get that. We don't hold it against you one bit. But what we would like to ask is that you support the show by telling your friends about it if you think they'd like us. Post about us on social media. Word of mouth is basically the only advertising we've got, aside from the one time we won an award, which was pretty sweet. So everybody who tells other people about us, everybody who spreads the word is doing a fantastic thing that we appreciate a lot. Thank you so much, and regardless of anything else, I want to thank everybody for listening to the show, for enjoying this beautiful, chaotic thing that we put out month after month. We love it a lot, and we're glad that you love it too. Now then, with that all out of the way, I would like to give a special shout-out to the following $5 and up donors. The Moonstone System, Super Biased Gary, Lizzie Two Shoes, Dan, Nebulous Harmony, Robert Wilson, Velvet Dragon, Dexy1, Null, Pixel, Connor Hanna, Pokey's Crypt, Cone, Thigh Pagestis, Brian Melvin Stapleton, Bismuth, Jade Nebula, Valor World Splitter Carmichael, Sam Leonard, Kenning, Mallory, Abby Rexy Siltila, thank you baby, Brule, Rainey, Hannah, Hazel, Spirit Sail, Vivid Ripley Mufadrome, Mary Painter, Robust Laser, D. Nutborn, and Shivon Peridot Rose. Thank you also, baby. That is everybody. So, without further ado, let's get to the exciting conclusion of Sweat Till You Get Wet.
So, I'm sorry, Solo. What was her name again? It slipped my mind. The
Yonaka Sakamoto or Mono Ouroboros?
Sakamoto. Miss Sakamoto, you mentioned feeling anxious when this incident occurred at 5:15. Were there any other incidents of you feeling this anxiety?
Not that I can name. After I defended myself, I briefly spoke with Maurice and Flannery, and then I fled the building. I was just kind of trying to calm down in the courtyard. I got I managed to catch my breath to calm down a bit. I think at that point I realized there was something supernatural causing my panic, but I wasn't sure what, until I did see a will-o'-the-wisp hovering outside Sherlock's bedroom. I wondered for a moment if I had become possessed without realizing it, and there was, in fact, a sinister ghost haunting these grounds. But when I tried to chase it, I wasn't able to find it.
Was anyone aware of your power set before coming here?
Mona would have been, more or less. I don't know if she knows about Crystal Moon, but she's well aware that I'm an accomplished medium.
Also, did Sherlock bring his own cocaine, or does he have a cocaine guy?
He probably
I
has
don't
a
see
stash
how that's
here.
important,
This is his
but
thing.
Maybe we're messed up looking at water.
Speaking of your own supply, we've exhaustively established what everyone else's Eidolons are. Sherlock, what is yours?
Oh, mine is Sunday Armchair Detective.
Which used to let you what?
What does it do? I don't know if that was ever established. Jordan, was that ever established?
No. What? I don't know you.
The version you're different than the Sherlock that I have.
No, there's one
Well, yes,
Sherlock.
but I thought we might have the same Eidolon for... Our relationship is fairly... It's a very complex thing.
The other Sherlock was essentially a manifestation of my Eidolon, see? And I would summon, Winner Takes It All, which does look Sherlocky.
Right, but are you familiar with the Jungian conceit of the collectivus unbewusstes?
Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, but
What?
I believe it's often translated as the collective unconscious.
Oh, okay.
Well, suffice it to say, Sunday Armchair Detective. What fuck? I never thought of what his Eidolon should do. I kind of didn't see it coming up, if I'm being honest.
Well, okay, it doesn't apply to the mystery then. Who cares?
Because it could help.
It clearly
feel like-
can't if Solo didn't plan for it.
Let's say that. No, let's move on. I'll fill it in later.
Can
if
I
get
do
the
an
chance.
investigate on Sakamoto's testimony?
Okay. Is there any particular part of the testimony you're trying to pick apart?
Well, I guess where I'm kind of angling at is like, could Mona have used their power as a distraction, to
I couldn't have done shit because my Eidolon is sealed. Because when you have your Eidolon unsealed, you're constantly getting into shithole situations like this that benefit nobody.
to be fair, you're also getting in that situation right now.
Yeah, I'm really happy about it. Can't you tell?
Hey,
Yeah, I was wondering what that was.
hey, Solo.
Uh-huh.
So I'm a bird right now, right?
You're a bird right now.
So I can probably tap into some animal instincts, right?
Sure, if you want.
Okay. I'm becoming, like... I know you'll keep insisting that there's no one else in the building, but there's gotta be something else in this building. Because what's-her-name was talking about finding a will-o'-the-wisp. Like, there's some kind of something. And
That might
I'm
be
telling you,
how
there's nobody. Look, this is some fucking locked room mystery type shit. Everybody in the building, that I've laid them out before you, man.
okay, then where did that boulder come from?
I don't know. Where did the boulder come from? Does anybody know where the boulder came from? And let me check my notes. I think Chandler raises his hand. I didn't see the boulder, but I did hear it flying through the air. And when I saw it in the cellar, based on the trajectory and the general appearance of it, I do think it was previously on a lake outside, well, not outside the property, but, outside the mansion proper. Presumably somebody managed to lift it and throw it.
A lake. Okay.
Who has super strength here?
I think several people just turn towards Sue Kedzie, who folds her arm, and she's like, okay, I'm like 11? Why would I want to kill somebody, especially Sherlock Holmes? What would I get out of that?
I was just wondering why the boulder was flinged.
Well, I didn't have anything to do with it. I don't know, maybe somebody else has super strength here.
Can I ascertain whether I can consider that true or not?
Are you like you're trying to figure out whether she's lying?
Yeah. Is she looking around? Is she shifty? Is she very confident?
I'd say that can be either a glam or a genius beat the odds, but they're the same for you, so that'll just be 2.
So,
let's see. That is the Hanged Man or the Emperor. You break something.
Isn't that my... No, that's not. Let's do the Emperor.
All right. I think as you stare her down, she just kind of scowls up at you, pretty impassive about the whole thing. You don't really get the impression that she's lying, but also it doesn't really add up that somebody else would have super strength, because this water elemental thing, it already implies that somebody has 2 Eidolons. Would there really be 2 instances of that going on at once? It seems unlikely.
Psychic powers to fake a second Eidolon.
Or someone here is also a wild card.
We keep getting, distracted by this. Both me and Bob have attempted this. We need to follow this trail of fucking water and see what we can learn from that.
I told you there's not a trail. It's in the room, suggesting that the Eidolon formed inside the room or was carried in via a glass. Either way.
Okay.
I would like to try something that may be a little esoteric.
Yeah, okay, sure.
My Eidolon power, as I stated, was the ability to slip through cracks.
Okay, yeah.
There is one noticeable crack in this locked room mystery that I don't think that I would like to investigate. One specifically that, as we have stated, every person, as we would know, sapient being is currently inside this room and is accounted for, as are their stated Eidolon powers. But we know for a fact that things that would normally not be considered sapient beings can have Eidolons. Solo, in your time, you've met at least 2 of them, an actual highway, and a robotic fish on a wall.
Uh-huh.
I want to slip through that loophole to see if I can find the source of the Eidolon user.
Interesting. So, you're positing that the Eidolon is produced by not even an animal, but like an inanimate entity?
Yes.
Like Bob's shoes.
It could be a wine bottle.
It could
a
just
wine
be,
itself.
Yeah, or the mansion itself.
Yes.
It's producing water. It's lobbing rocks.
Okay. Yeah, you have Biz 3?
That's correct.
Alright, so let's see. You've got the Fool, you've got the Hanged Man, and then...
I choose my
Well,
resonance,
I already know what you're
the
picking,
Fool.
but I do still need to find the 3rd card, so I am going to shuffle the deck real quick.
Okay.
Well, that ticks the clock.
shit.
Ticks the clock to 11.
Oh, shit. Okay.
That's fine.
That's
no
fine.
one pushed.
That's fine. We'll figure it out. All right, and your 3rd card is the Star, but you're taking the Fool, so the Star and the Hanged Man go back into the bottom of the deck. All right, your resonant card. Every card turns up in your favor. A spirit embodying the concept of luck will emerge from the undertow, as described by the GM, and bestow a blessing upon you. Draw 1 additional card the next time you make a move, etc. So, I think rather than the usual spirit of luck you get, Haley, what's going to happen is the world is going to shake. Like, not just the island and the mansion on it, but the whole world kind of quivers for a moment. Yonaka's Eidolon kind of extends a ray towards Flannery, who kind of flinches but is otherwise unaffected. Her shadow begins to grow longer and then fades into the carpet underneath you. The world shakes again, more decisively this time, and as it does, a ghostly figure starts to appear before you. It is not that water elemental you've seen so far, rather, it is a woman in a butler's uniform.
God damn it.
Okay, listen, I'm trying to make this fucking cool, dude.
No, okay? I get it, I'm just fucking... shit, okay.
Ms. Holst, I presume?
Correct.
How may I assist you?
There is something in this mansion that caused the death of Sherlock Holmes. I do not believe it is any person standing here in this room right now. I believe it is something to do with the mansion itself. Can you please tell me, does this mansion contain an entity that could have caused this?
I'm afraid you have things exactly the wrong way around. Sherlock's death was caused by one of the human guests, but it was his life that was granted by the mansion, and the power that dwells beneath the cellar.
Casey starts making a beeline for beneath the cellar.
I'm gonna use my fucking super speed and the fact that I can fly. I'm
traveling
there.
at the speed of thought. I release my master plan. I'm already there.
I'm going to say Bob gets there first.
Damn it.
That's
Casey
fine.
is holding me in her hand, so I necessarily have to... I'm joining her.
I'm gonna hold back and hang out with this butler.
Oh, hello there, Mr. Rogers.
So how much do you see about what goes on around here?
More or less everything, as the spirit of the house. There is nothing that occurs within that I am unable to see.
That's what I suspected. What can you tell us about what happened in the moments before Sherlock bit it?
I can tell you that the Eidolon that killed him had a limited range. No one outside the guest bedrooms could have done the deed.
Okay, but you just saw you see, like, almost everything, so, like, you saw more than that.
Yes, but I would prefer not to tell you outright, oh, this guy did it, oh, this girl did it, because it... Look, I know you're having trouble with this whole thing, but we're kind of trying to have a murder mystery dinner here.
Okay, I try to circumvent it, I get yelled at. Now I try to interview a witness and I get yelled at.
It rather undercuts the story if the plot hinges entirely on the testimony of a single witness.
I'm starting to feel like this is a rigged game.
You're trying to interview the spirit of the mansion itself. Of course they're going to want to preserve the mystery.
Jesus Christ.
Also, Haley, I can go back if me getting us away from the group is a bad idea.
Look, Jordan, have you ever... Excuse me, Mr. Rogers, I shouldn't be so rude. Mr. Rogers, have you ever read Umineko no Naku Koroni?
Okay. I think we should switch back to...
Yeah, no, that's fine. I think Bob gets to the cellar first. The rest of you do manage to arrive not too long after that, because they are still super fast, but they're kind of getting used to the whole being in a bird body thing. As far as you can tell, there's not an actual staircase that goes from the cellar to a lower level, nor is there an elevator or anything like that. If there is an entrance as such, it is probably somehow disguised. Or, kept not directly accessible, if that makes sense.
Okay, well, I still have a friend I can call in for help with this sort of thing.
I can also just break through.
I'm fine with either of those. What friend did you have in mind, Bob?
Well, I still haven't gotten Henri to help me find anything with Search Find, so...
Oh, shit, that's so true! Yeah, I think Henri can join you. And he's like, alright, let me see what I can find here. Search Find sort of flattens itself against the wall of the cellar and starts scraping along, looking for cracks, looking for switches. It's finding nothing, but then as it approaches the boulder, which a lot of you are realizing is sopping wet, it heads towards the exit of the cellar, and out along the fields surrounding the mansion, out towards the artificial lake that the boulder once dwelled next to, and then into the lake. I think whatever you want, it's down there.
Okay. Important question. Can crows swim?
You're a magic crow, so, you want to give me an Ellie roll and we'll see how it goes?
Sure. My Ellie is 3.
Get you out.
All right. You are going to draw the tower, the moon.
I hate to say this, but we are at 9 on the clock.
Oh.
Aren't we?
Yeah,
Well,
we
10
went past
10.
11.
Oh shit, we're at 11.
11
Yeah,
technically, so all draws
Yeah, no,
are
you
minus
tower
1.
It is the tower or the moon.
Well, I mean, it's not my body, the tower.
Alrighty. So yeah, I would say you plunge as fast as you can into the artificial lake, and you are making good headway at first. You have kind of a buffer of air around you, so you can still breathe. But then as you grow deeper, some of that water starts to push against you, starts to push through. It makes contact with you, and immediately your heart starts pounding. You are very small, so you're probably more susceptible to this than you would be otherwise. I think you are immediately going down to winded, and if you want to keep pushing, that is going to take you to battered.
Well, I'm gonna keep pushing. I want to find whatever there is to find in here.
I could do it, right? I have I'm just standing here because all the smart people are doing things, but I'm the whole breaking through, getting to places, big muscle lady.
Casey, you have fire powers, and this is a lake. I think you should break through this lake by evaporating it.
That's what I wanted to do. I'm just gonna disappear the lake. Or at least make a path.
Yeah, we'll call that a break on through, so let's draw POW.
My POW is 3.
Justice.
Which is 2 in this moment.
Justice, the situation becomes more fair, or judgment?
Let's make the situation more fair.
All right. I think you aren't able to fully evaporate the lake, but as you summon Sunshine Band and focus its heat on the lake, it does sort of shrink away and reform, and you are noticing the form of that water elemental Eidolon kind of take shape at the surface of that lake. It is separating from the normal waters. Bob, you down there, you feel your heart stabilize. You are still surrounded by water, but you're not actively dying, which is super great. And as you plunge deeper and deeper, you are able to see it's not even a door or a gate. It's just a doorway where the water simply stops, like a shimmering wall. And I think you are able to plunge through and into that doorway. And past it is a long, winding stone tunnel going impossibly deep into this floating island.
That's strange.
We should probably join them, right? Yeah, we should join them.
I think that might be difficult because you on the surface are suddenly seeing this water elemental lunge towards you as fast as it can. And I think by this point, you are also seeing, in addition to Henri, who followed the lot of you here, you are also noticing that Mona Ouroboros and, what's-his-face, Gary Shirogorov are watching, kind of horrified as this takes place.
Gonna punch the water elemental with a fire fist.
Alright, that's gonna be scrap -1.
Okay, so 2. So I got 3.
That is the world or the sun.
I mean, the sun is appropriate.
Alright, yeah, you are given cause to celebrate. I think you drive your fist, wreathed in flame, into the heart of the Eidolon, sweat till you get wet. And as you do so, let me look up the crashes real quick. As you do so, it reels backwards, sizzling, bubbling, clearly in pain. And as you do this, you also notice out of the corner of your eye, Gary Shirogorov flinching and reaching for the revolver at his side.
I should have pursued that harder.
Can I try to try to, quicker than him, throw some fire at his hand so that he can't get to his revolver?
That's going to be a snipe.
Mm-hmm. My Ellie's 2, so be a 1, I assume?
You get the chariot.
Let me see, because I could push by hurrying myself instead of... And I think I'll do that because I am at clear instead of doing the phantom clock.
Okay, yeah, sure. That will give you...
Yeah, overdrive.
That gives you the devil. You get what you want at a price you can't afford.
Oh.
Well, I get what I want at a price I can't afford.
I think in
Mark
order...
XP.
That's true. Yes. There have been a couple of those that I forgot to mark. I feel like you guys are at least at 19.
Yes. Yes.
I think I'm at battered now.
You'd be... Yeah, because you're getting hit by that initial attack. And then also... let me look at the exact description of Snipe before I lock this in. Playing a neutral card will reveal a critical weakness of your own. Okay, I'm going to say you are just at winded, but...
I did hurt myself for pushing.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So you're at winded, and I think as you launch this major blast of fire towards Gary Shirogorov, he does manage to leap away. It singes his clothes pretty heavily, but as you're doing that, you leave your flank unguarded, and Sweat takes that opportunity to lunge forward while Gary draws a bead on you with his gun. You're getting hurt either way. Do you have any particular preference for which one you're getting hit by?
I guess the Eidolon one might be easier to recover than a bullet wound.
Then yeah, I think you manage to dodge out of the way of the bullet, which passes harmlessly through Sweat. Its water just sort of deforming around the projectile. But Sweat does manage to grab onto you, and it starts pulling you into the lake. You're not all the way in there yet, but you are sinking, and you can feel your heart pounding. If somebody doesn't get you out, it's going to be a problem. And I think...
Maurice?
I don't know if this is a reveal your master plan or a threaten, but you said Gary was pointing the gun. What if I reveal I'm holding their dog out the window as the castle's floating? I'm like, I'll drop this dog out the window. I'll do it.
You think I give a shit about that dog, man?
You're gonna fucking feel it. You got a psychic connection, right?
That's the dog's Eidolon, you moron. Fuck do I... Oh, I'll get a new dog. You can get them for free at the fucking pound. And let me tell you something else, alright? I have met a lot of wannabe detectives in my time, but it really takes the cake being surrounded by a bunch of idiots who can't deduce anything, and a bunch of loser teens who are like, oh, instead of doing deductions, I'll just ask the spirit of the house. I'll just assume for the 5th time in a row that there's somebody, some secret extra guest that we don't know about. Oh, have we tried drinking the sweat? What is wrong with you people?
Remind me real quick where he is.
He's outside the mansion, not like right next to the lake, but near enough that he can maintain sweat.
Okay. I would like to ask the butler, so are you the spirit of the house specifically, or sort of the whole grounds?
I'm the spirit solely of the house, but I can exercise a limited amount of dominion over the grounds.
Can you give me some examples of what that looks like?
Sure. Any particular area you wanted me to fuck around with, or...
No, I'm just trying to get a general sense. I'll tell you, you know what? This is going to make this way easier, because, while we were arguing about whether interviewing a witness was a good faith way to investigate a crime, it did occur to me that I have got, like, a human mouth that can just speak normal words, finally. So, I don't know why I'm wasting time arguing with you when I can just say, I'm your master now.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Kind of some pervert shit, if I'm being honest, but sure.
They're a butler. I'm their boss.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Which is reduced to 1. You have drawn strength, so I think she just stares at you for a moment and then bows. I see no reason to take issue with that.
Great. What can you do about the asshole that committed a murder on my property?
I could probably collapse a balcony on him or, like, knock over
That
some
sounds
doors or
fantastic.
something. Okay. This isn't really reveal your master plan, but I am gonna say it's genius.
I can say it counts as it's not a retroactive, but this is reveal your master plan, I'd say.
Okay, sure, we'll call it that. So yeah, you have Genius 3, so you'll draw 2 cards. That is the High Priestess or the Empress. I believe both of those are neutral?
They are, Is this worth pushing over? Because I know that Casey drew the sun and the world a little while ago. The one of those should still be hanging around near the bottom, but I haven't been keeping that close.
Fuck, reveal your master plan. I need to be drawing from the bottom. I'm stupid. Yeah, no, it's the Chariot of the World.
There we go. Let's take the world.
Pointing that out. Genuinely.
Yeah, give me that world.
All right. Yeah, I think while fucking Gary is throwing his little shit fit rant, there is a creaking sound as the wall behind him sort of starts to pitch forward, tearing at the lumber holding it together before collapsing entirely like that one old Buster Keaton movie, except it very much does not fall, around him. It is falling onto him. I think it knocks him to the ground and kind of pins him. It is pinning the other guests who are next to him as well, and I don't think it's going to be enough to deal, like, super serious damage to him. Oh, wait, no, you got a positive. I'm stupid. Yeah, no, it's crushing the fuck out of him. Never mind.
There we go.
So right now, Casey is still being dragged under the water. I would like to fold, please. I'll lose any remaining make a play, and I will make a play hold, and I will deal in. You only give me...
I think I still give you the same number of books.
Yeah, it's the same. It's just I draw less card than usual when the next time I make a move. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, let's say Vanguard for sure. What other books are there? Let's say Vanguard, Conductor, or Alchemist.
Make sure next time you do a move, it's instead you have 3, because it will be reduced to 1.
Okay.
You don't want to push.
You said Vanguard, Conductor, or Alchemist?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think while you are deciding on that, by the way, Gary is struggling to squirm out from under the wall that has just fallen on him, but what he is able to do is reach out towards Sweat, which starts drawing water from the lake to get larger and larger. It's sort of reforming the connection they have. Bob, that doesn't affect you because you're in this little tunnel that is empty of water.
I want to ask, I should probably go down this tunnel. Where does this go?
I think as you head down the tunnel, deeper and deeper, at first it's totally dark, and then you start to see a faint glow in the distance. Hanging from the walls, you're seeing pomegranates, you're seeing pine branches, you're seeing peaches, and after you're about, I'd say, a third of the way down the tunnel, you're also seeing Sherlock Holmes kind of slip through the floor above you, or the ceiling above you, I should say. Bob, Sherlock is at your side, and I think he's just like, well, it's kind of gone off the rails up there. What's going on with you, man?
Well, I'm not really sure exactly where I am.
This. Well, I will let you in on a little secret. Are you familiar? You're familiar with the fragments of Olympus, I'm sure. You have an Eidolon and all that.
Yeah. Pretty intimately familiar with it.
Well, as it happens, this estate is more than simply a floating island. This estate holds a connection not to the typical undertow, but to the mythical underworld that exists as a part of it.
Oh.
You stand in the drained remnants of the River Lith. Or Lethe? Leith? I've never looked up how that's pronounced, so I'm just... It's one of those words you read a lot, but don't necessarily hear spoken in day-to-day conversations, you know?
Yeah. No, I get you. Well, in that case, that actually kind of works out, because, I'm supposed to be a psychopomp, so, this is the underworld and you're dead. I should probably, guide you, I guess?
Oh, no shit. Is that why the crow thing? Or
No, this is completely unrelated. I'm normally just a person.
Okay. I thought you were, but you know how it is, kind of addled by the whole death thing and the cocktail I was on. But anyway, yes, no, I will happily proceed forward with you. Honestly, I don't think coming back to life was all it's cracked up to be.
No, it doesn't seem like it sometimes.
I mean, everyone up there is a complete fucking mess. Have you noticed this?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's... Oh, God, it's so much. It's so much. And everybody is just... It's so just, like, okay. I don't think I need to tell you that there's been a lot of, like, fucking relationship drama among a bunch of high school kids.
I'll tell you, if one thing has remained the same over the past century, it's people getting into ridiculous fucking trysts and finding it completely impossible to untangle. Personally, I never saw the appeal myself.
Oh, finally a kindred spirit. Yeah, no, let's take it slow down this tunnel. Walk with me, talk with me, Sherlock. I think you and I are gonna have a lot to discuss.
All right, so while all of you were doing that, the two of you were doing that, I should say, Casey is still being pulled into the lake. Haley, did you decide what playbook you want and what power you want to go with that?
Yeah, I'm going to choose Vanguard. Shining Star locks in on Jupiter. My Eidolon obliterates enemies by manipulating gravity. And I'm going to create a gravitational well in front of us above the lake to pull the both of us back, since I was still in Casey's hand when she fell into the lake, and now I'm a person, and I am grabbing her hand now.
Okay, so you are essentially doing anti-gravity to pull yourselves out of the lake.
Correct.
All right, I can call that a biz draw. It's only going to be one either way.
Yep.
That is... the High Priestess, which I believe is the supernatural, moves through you.
That is basically what's happening. I'll take it.
I think you are able to form this gravitational bubble around yourself, which does sort of look like Jupiter if it were transparent and all purple. And around that bubble, Sweat attempts to form its own outer shell of water, desperately trying to penetrate that gravitational field and get at the two of you.
Hey, Butler. What do I call you, by the way? Butler seems rude.
You may simply call me Ms. Caxton.
Ms. Caxton, I wouldn't suppose that the running water in this mansion is fed from that lake.
No, we use an internal reservoir. The lake is purely ornamental.
Ah, shit, I thought I could do something cool here. That's fine. I'm doing fine.
Oh, I can change it if it's really cool. What was your idea?
I just thought, I could ask you to turn on all of the running water in here to drain the lake and, get rid of the water that he's using.
That's dope as shit. No, never mind. I'm changing the running water is connected to the lake, if not necessarily fed by it. Yeah, no, I'm doing the hell out of that.
Great, thanks, Solo. Yeah, can you just turn on, every faucet we've got in here?
Yeah, I'm gonna call that, not reveal your master plan, but it is beat the odds plus genius.
Okay, yeah.
That gives you the Empress or the Wheel of Fortune.
Empress or the Wheel of Fortune? I guess I'll create something.
Alright, so what I think is going to happen is... she does turn on all the faucets in the building, and the lake does rapidly start draining. Sweat finds it impossible to maintain its shell around the gravitational field that Haley and Casey are in, so they are able to pretty quickly escape to the shoreline. But the thing is that as Sweat is being drawn through these pipes, it's just kind of getting piped back into the mansion, along with all the lake water. So I think what's happening is this massive water elemental is still forming, but it's kind of bound by the conditions of the mansion. One of its arms bursts through a window, shattering the glass. Its head, such as it is, kind of tears off the roof with it, and it's wearing it like a stupid little hat.
I got a thing.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, if I get a chance, I would like to go straight to Gary and put my hand around his neck and tell him to stop.
Okay, let's see. I think that previous crash is pretty much done with. So I think you are
that sounds like a threaten.
Yeah, would you call this a threaten or a scrap?
I mean,
it's a threaten.
Okay.
I guess that's really up to you. How much he can defend himself here.
Well, I don't think he's going to necessarily defend himself, but what I do think is going to happen is, as you run towards him, Stick by You is going to wriggle its way out of Maurice's grasp and dive bomb towards you. And it's not doing any supernatural shit. You just kind of have a dog trying to bite you, which you are going to need to resolve.
I just put my hand and let a dog bite me because that's not a big deal.
I would like to use Superconductor.
Oh, okay. Let me see what that does.
Wait, hold on. Did she ever actually make a draw for what she was trying to do?
I did not make a draw. I just got attacked by a dog.
Yeah, the dog interfered with her attempt to threaten Gary, I would say. So what exactly are you doing with Superconductor, Maurice?
Okay, so Superconductor, once per session, choose one character you have a tie to you, and you have a tie to, and you temporarily rewrite your Eidolon power to something that evokes the power of the other. I think seeing that dog and seeing the way that Gary just didn't care for the dog, maybe awoken some fatherly instincts of, like, in Maurice. I'm going to use my tie with my parents. My parents want me to keep my head down, but I just gotta be me. I'm going to use the power of car wash to turn all of the the suds in the air, all the water in the area to suds, so that everybody starts slipping around, and I can get to Gary, and the dog can isn't able to bite Casey.
Just slides right off.
Yeah,
Casey's soapy arms.
Yeah, all the water gets soapy and gloopy, and
if it's sudsy and soapy, then the Eidolon can't form. It doesn't have enough surface tension.
Yeah, I think what happens when you do that is that sweat just kind of collapses into a, like, undulating pile of bubbles, and it lacks its typical properties. Anytime it tries to glom onto somebody and make them anxious, it just kind of gives them a nice little wash. He's just fucking exfoliating them. And I think Gary is extremely annoyed when he notices this is happening. Like, what the hell? Okay, so let me get this straight. First, you deny me the possibility of having a proper battle of wits, and now I can't even have a fucking battle? My Eidolon is soap?
Eidolon soap. I always thought my dad's power was really dumb, but also, fucking, it's better than your power. At least you can, like, soap stuff up and clean things and, make things fresh. You just, like, are a dick.
I like how he's saying it doesn't count as an actual battle because he got his ass kicked too hard, too fast.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, does that remind you of anybody, Jordan?
Did absolutely beat him in a battle of wits.
Okay, look. I have spent so many fucking cases, hundreds of them, going up against the stupidest, smuggest bastards who are all so certain they've figured out their little plan. Oh, I'm gonna kill him with the Rube Goldberg machine. Nobody'll figure that out. Oh, well, what if I threw him off a plane without a parachute, but then I put a parachute there so it looks like it just didn't open? Or I drug him first and then they don't know how to open the parachute. All this fucking convoluted bullshit. None of them ever just decides, hey, why don't I kill the guy when nobody's looking and plant some evidence to make it look like somebody else is doing it, And I come into this, I'm like, okay, I got a plan for the perfect murder, and more than that, I'm gonna do it to Sherlock Holmes, the greatest detective of all time. And then you fucking freaks just turn into another supernatural battle like fucking everything. It's always the goddamn fighting with you people. My fucking friends too. It's inane.
I'm gonna put my hand over his mouth.
I don't know if you're getting it out of his mouth anymore. It sounds like Solo is just venting some spleen up there.
I'm gonna put my hand over his mouth and then attack him using Punch Parade to cut his connection with his Eidolon and sever it.
All right. Let me see exactly how Punch Parade works.
I draw POW.
All right. That is going to be 2.
Mm-hmm.
That is Death, which is neutral, or... Hang on a fucking second. God damn it! I thought I had the last one of these out of the deck. Okay, it's the Old Maid, but that's basically the Hermit. Okay. We're just saying it's Death of the Hermit, okay?
That's my dissonance. So I don't think that's fair to say that a random card you put there is the Hermit.
Okay, what do you think the Old Maid is then, Casey?
The High Priestess?
Yeah? My resonance?
Yeah.
No, I mean, an old maid is somebody that never got married. I don't know if that's really a priestess.
That's a very sexist way of looking at it, piece of shit.
I didn't make up the fucking game, Casey.
If it's heads, it's high priestess. If it's tails, it's the bad one.
Can you just draw 2 more cards?
Well, death is legit. I'm not drawing a new card for death.
Well, yeah, just draw a new card.
Okay.
Okay, so push? You're saying to push?
No, I'm not pushing. God damn it. I also have a power that lets me push without pushing the fountain clock. So if I did that...
Okay, well,
what's my second
your
card,
second card
Solo?
is the Emperor, which is also neutral. Do you want to push?
Fuck it. I'll push and hurt myself.
Clock is...
Hurt yourself. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, I have the ability.
Okay, that is the Hierophant, which I believe is also neutral.
It's my resident card.
fine.
Not that matters.
On a neutral card,
Their Eidolon is severed.
Yeah, on a neutral card, their Eidolon is severed. Not sealed, but...
Okay.
That's fine.
So I think
I'm down to whatever's after Winded. Desperate?
Battered.
Yep. Oh, yeah, battered. So I think what happens is Gary tries to reach out to Sweat to form a protective bubble around himself, but before it can actually form, all he gets is a soap bubble, which your fist effortlessly pops as it pounds into his face. You punch him a bunch of times, burns forming over his body as you do so, and again, Sweat starts boiling a little bit, though it's a lot different now that it's made of suds. And it kind of shrinks away before finally it loses any connection with Gary, who is unconscious. It rears up, trying to form itself into essentially one gigantic fist, still made of soap, but at least vaguely more tangible. But then I think it just loses interest. It doesn't really have any reason to keep attacking you, and I think as time passes, it starts suddenly shuddering and like kind of crushing in upon itself. It is pulsating faster and faster, the bubbles that make up its form popping one by one by one until all that's left is eventually a small, clumped up little cluster of bubbles still popping again and again and again until only one remains, and it just kind of sadly drifts off on the wind.
Mystery Solvers Club, mystery solved. He puts a fist in the air. I'm taking credit for this win. To all the detectives. I want to dazzle all the detectives there. I want to say that we did that shit, and they all start clapping.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna be glam.
Yeah.
I mean, we did do that.
All right, let me draw 2 cards. That is the Lovers or the Magician.
Hey, we all love the Magician here. Let's do the Magician. And also, while they're all clapping, I'm holding. I don't know if the dog still likes me, but if the dog likes me,
I think the dog didn't like you, but now the dog is like, yeah, woo. It gives you a little lick.
I look to Flannery and I'm like, can we keep him? We got a dog now. Can we keep?
yeah, okay. The dog. Just don't be one of those weird guys who talks to it like it's your son, okay?
Hey, boy, you want to play catch?
The moose is gonna fucking take that dog.
Still in Bob's body, I throw an arm around Sakamoto's shoulder and be like, boy, that bird was a real asshole to you, huh? Accusing you like that when you had nothing to do with the murder?
Don't fucking touch me. I'm gay, okay? Don't touch me.
You're right, that was overly familiar. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, I want to apologize on behalf of the bird that was accusing you.
Yeah, okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
She's going to get as far away from Bob's body as possible.
That's fine.
Speaking of Bob, you are reaching the end of this tunnel. I think it's not really hot or icy like the underworld is sometimes depicted as. It's just gray and ashen. You are seeing a little bit of water trickling here and there. Not enough to constitute a whole river, but enough that it feels like there's something final about the chamber you're approaching. And sure enough, as you approach it, you see on a pedestal beneath a little glass dome, surrounded by a moat of water that glows a brilliant blue, the sandals of Hermes.
Oh wow!
Well, if you can believe it, I actually use these use these lovely chaps to bring myself back to life in the first place. The way I saw it, if a psychopomp can bring you one way, no reason it can't bring you the other. I, never really found much use for them other than that. I just had an excuse to throw some parties, eat some food, indulge my fondest pastimes, and so on.
Solo,
Yeah?
I would like to use Realizing the Legend.
Oh shit.
Alright, let's see. Let me look at the description of that. Once per uptime, you may draw a biz to make your Eidolon switch places with your legendary treasure until the end of the session. Alright, you have biz 2, normally. That is Temperance. Your action has an equal but opposite reaction. Are you cool with that?
I mean, yeah, I can't push, so... Not without hitting midnight.
I think what's going to happen is you flap over to the pedestal with the dome on it, and you gently pluck it away with your wings. You manage to slip off your little bird shoes and put on the sandals, which deform themselves to fit. But as you do, the subterranean tunnel shifts in nature. It becomes less plutonic without the sandals there to anchor it. Gradually, the walls fall away, not even leaving rubble behind, just void and wind. The whole room is overtaken, the whole space is overtaken by a terrible gale, as this location becomes one not of death and transportation and transformation, but one of pure movement, nothing more, nothing less. You and Sherlock are finding yourselves battered about, and Sherlock's ghostly form, now that he is more or less at his destination, is starting to be torn apart by the wind. Well, I'm afraid I won't have a proper chance to say goodbye to everyone else at this rate.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
It was a pleasure to meet you as well. Try not to join me on your way out, eh?
I'll do my best.
All right, and I think, Bob, are you just going to do your best to outrun this gale, force your way against it to get back to the Caxton estate proper?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, I'm not going to have you draw anything for now. I think we're going to get back to you. But back on the surface, I think, let's say Chandler manages to cuff Gary while he's still unconscious. Everybody else is sort of gathered around his body, and Sherlock's not really certain what to do about the whole thing. I think eventually Mona pipes up, "This has got to be the worst excuse for a mystery I've ever taken part in."
Everyone's acrylic.
I'm not criticizing you. You did a great job. I'm just like, man, I'm pretty sure I had a whole ass clue that I never even got to say. It's almost disappointing.
What was your clue?
Oh, I was going to give a whole thing about how the Wolfsbane couldn't actually have been something that Ms. Sakamoto brought along with her, because she actually has a very severe allergy to it, which I found out when we were hiking. This would have been 20
That's
years
a fun
ago
wrinkle.
almost?
I would have enjoyed that.
I think you can see Yonaka starting to tear up a little bit. She's like, "You remembered that after all this time?"
Yeah, sorry, Solo. I figured out pretty quickly that you never would have given me the Wolfsbane if it was going to be relevant to the mystery, so I didn't bother bringing it up.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know what? I'm actually not going to get mad at you for that, because fucking you got me there.
That didn't stop you from going on the red herring, though.
Yeah, listen, you win some, you lose some, I guess. I did get a ghostly mansion connected to the afterlife out of all this, and given that Sakamoto now hates both me and Bob, I feel like I got a solid 50-50 shot at keeping Bob's body.
Yeah, talking about that, Solo, do you want to switch Bob and Jordan now?
Oh yeah, no, that effect wears off, I think, as
fair enough.
You know what? I'm going to say it's going to wear off once Bob in Jordan's body, and it's just to get back to the surface, because I think it would be pretty whack to be like, "Okay, Jordan, now you got to fly out of there."
Sure.
But Jordan, I will say you can already start to feel your grip on this body loosening. It is pretty clear that Crystal Moon has a very temporary effect. I'm also going to say Casey and Haley. Patrick Phillips, who looks extremely pale and is kind of shaking a little bit, not like full-on trembling, but like occasionally he just seems to get a shiver up his spine. He approaches you and he's like, "Is this a bad time to? Is this a bad time to say? I think I kind of want to leave the club."
I mean, you're always welcome to.
Okay.
Are you sure?
I will miss you.
We don't want to force anyone.
No,
but
it's not that. It's just like, does shit like this happen all the time?
all the time. All the time.
You can stay in the club and not be engaged in these. I don't know if you not being in the...
No,
I'm not gonna have...
Hey, Patrick?
Yeah?
Patrick, I would like to remain your friend whether you're in the club or not.
That's not what's at stake. I'm saying maybe bigger things are at stake with Patrick not being in the club. We agreed.
Hey, Maurice? Hey, Maurice? I'm Mexican, not Cuban. Shut the fuck up.
Damn!
Maurice, I do appreciate it, and, like, look, Jordan was kind of right regarding me being jealous of the whole thing, but what with everything that's happened today, and, like, I get... Did y'all say something about, like, you're destined to die or something? I don't remember what
It's a whole deal. Yeah. I can explain it to you over coffee one day if you're cool.
Just give me your address. We can be, like, pen pals. I don't...
Yeah, you should move, actually.
I don't think I want to come back to the States. It seems really fucked there.
You know what? Sure.
So this isn't gonna work. You realize that, right?
I write down my address on his hand and close it gently.
Yeah.
I do want to keep in want to keep in contact. Okay.
Hey, I'll send you a letter. I'm just gonna. I guess I need to get my passport in order before I actually leave. But you know, I can go through the estate or something. The Caxton estate.
Where are you going?
Well, I was thinking about maybe going to Japan because it seemed like Mona is pretty disconnected from all this shit, but he glances over his shoulder and Yanaka is like making moon eyes at Mona, who's trying to pretend like she's not embarrassed. It feels like that's not going to pan out well. I figure Ireland's probably a good bet because Chandler seems cool. We could maybe use an apprentice or something, and English will get me pretty far there. I won't really have to learn a foreign language necessarily, so I figure that's my best bet.
You know what? You're right, Casey. I was fucking wrong. As a going away gift, he pulls out an eggshell. You can have an Eidolon if you want.
No, I mean you can't.
He's already got one. He can understand me.
Earlier. I do already have one, but I appreciate the thought.
Yeah, go be free. You're free.
Hey, Maurice, you really need to stop making the wildest decisions.
No, I like it. It's really exciting every time he does.
Hey, Solo, I have a question for you.
What's up?
Why are you making these decisions about Patrick?
I don't understand the question.
Well, you're making certain character, decisions with him to have him do certain things and sort of pick a certain direction for him to go. Like you've been interviewing me. I just want to interview. What's the underlying philosophy behind that, I wonder?
Well, part of it is that he was kind of harassed by a really weird bird who seemed really intent on convincing him to be evil, and I think that would put anybody off that decision. Part of it is that I'm interested in sort of the idea of, altering the past and changing the future as a narrative, a narrative device, which feels appropriate given that we're doing so much information transfer between the past and the future. And part of it is that Regina's my friend, and I don't want her to be forced to kill a bunch of people.
Right, okay, there we go. There it is. See, you're motivated to change what happens in the future because of what happened in the future. You get how that doesn't track, right?
Jordan, I think
you get how that doesn't matter.
It doesn't, right, Jordan? It won't happen to motivate you to change it unless it happens.
Okay, first of all, watch Back to the Future. There's something called a ripple effect. And two, I'm effectively omniscient as long as I'm in the driver's seat here, so I don't really know that logic holds water.
Okay. I'm just a dumb fucking bird. What do I know?
Finally, you got it right.
Wonder how I turned into a dumb fucking bird. I wonder if it involved, trying to change things retroactively.
Yeah, I mean, as long as the Void Moose have no problem with this, I guess we're good. You seem to still be in there, so I guess we're good.
Well, Solo.
Oh, God.
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
Why did you bring it up?
Well, let me put it this way. Are you sure this is how you want to play this?
Could you elaborate on what you mean by that?
I mean, thinking through everything you understand about everything, are you sure
I just want you
that
to
this is what you want to do?
I want you to lay out the specific
You're the boss
issue.
here.
I want you to lay out the specific issue you have with what I'm doing, Void Moose. And we can discuss it.
I got no skin in the game. You are the boss. I'm just asking you. Is this what you want to do?
What will happen if I do it, and why? I want a direct answer.
Well, I don't rightly know. And I want you to think about what it means that I don't rightly know.
You know what I think, Void Moose? I think either you or someone else is trying to pull the wool over our eyes, and I can prove it!
Oh my God.
I have 4 counter-arguments prepared for why, in fact, there is no reason that altering the past to change the future should have any effect on my control of the narrative or anyone else's.
Okay, hey, if you've thought it through, you thought it through.
Point 1.
Oh, I mean, I don't really care.
Oh, are you sure? Because I wrote up a whole spiel in advance.
I thought you're the boss. If you thought it through and you feel good about it, you do what you want to do.
I had a bunch of little, visual novel poses I wanted to do while I laid out,
if it'll make you happy to go through them, I guess go ahead and go through them.
Point 1. Star Wars. The magical superweapon built by the United States of America is defined by 2 powers. First, its ability to wreak untold destruction with a powerful laser. Second, its ability to erase the majority of that destruction from the timeline, as though it never occurred to begin with. When we saw Star Wars used previously in the narrative, we saw tremendous destruction in addition to its first victim. And yet, soon, all of that destruction was rolled back, as though it never happened. Although, the Chosen of Excalibur, I believe, can still recall how things were before that destruction was rolled back. Am I correct?
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
I think this proves, suitably, that which has already occurred can be reverted under the correct circumstances. Point 2. Charlie's new Eidolon, Point Counterpoint, grants her the ability to change any part of the story it touches into a version from a better draft. In other words, she can warp reality under the specific condition that the old version is being overwritten. Events that have come to pass are replaced with events that might have come to pass. What has been written can be deleted, rephrased, reframed, or replaced. Next up, we have one that I think you'll find very interesting yourself, Void Moose. Charon's Ferry. Back in Book 1, we established that he had been scraping his boat sadly along the drained remains of the River Styx in both 1979 and 1999. In order to repay a favor from Charon, I believe that Team Disco saw fit to give him a set of wheels that he was able to use to customize his boat to make the journey easier. It was kind of more like a weird skateboard, right?
Moon skateboard, but yes.
Mm-hmm. In Ska Chapter 41, Alberto Cygnus died, only to be revived by his Eidolon, Long Live the Dead Guy. Upon regaining consciousness, he mentioned that he was certain that Charon had always been scraping his boat along the drained river, and yet now, not only did he have wheels, Alberto remembered every previous encounter of them, every previous encounter between them, with Charon's boat having wheels, something that Charlie immediately confirmed, and something that you did not contest, Void Moose.
Okay, sounds like you're sure.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm sure. I'm going for it.
I asked if you were sure. Sounds like the answer's yes.
Yeah, let's do this shit, man.
Hey, so, am I still trying to escape the windstorm?
Oh, no, I think you're out. And
okay.
I think as you escape the windstorm, you're kind of buoyed up. It's not a thermal, it's just a big fucking gale from where the lake was. But wings, much bigger wings, sort of form around you. They engulf you, kind of like a seraph thing, or like a cocoon. Simultaneously, a similar pair of wings engulfs Jordan in your body, and when the wings disappear, Jordan is back to being a crow. And Bob isn't there.
Oh. Where am I?
Well, I think it's more of a question of where I am, because I'm looking at the page count I got left, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't think there's a whole lot left for me to do here, bud.
Yeah, I think you get to decide what your up there looks like, Bob, just like I did.
I'll put a little dinkus here, so that, to mark the shift in perspective, or narrative, or however you want to call it. Let me just, asterisk, 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 enter.
Okay, yeah, sure. All right. Well, I think... You know what? I think we're gonna get, like, some cool lava lamps, some carpets in here. Gonna really, set the mood. Get, like, some fun music playing on a stereo over there in the room, and I'm just gonna need a... what would I write with? I guess there's no reason to get fancy with it. I guess just a notepad and a pen. And, okay, I guess we'll see where this goes. I think first things first, I think it's, I guess we should wrap up whatever was happening here. So, I think, what was the name of this flying mansion again?
The
Caxton Estate.
Caxton Estate, okay. Well, the Caxton Estate, the front door opens and some stairs form to drop the 7 of you off in the latery. And I guess it's about time for all of y'all to head home.
Because Patrick is staying.
Oh,
well,
He needs to get his passport first. It's going to be a whole fucking thing.
before I leave, I'm gonna have to check in with Ms. Caxton to figure out how I call my mansion back when I want it.
I think you'll find that Bob's body is the one that made that decision.
Oh, now come on now.
You know what?
She's correct, Jordan.
This one doesn't even hurt anybody. Are you fucking kidding me? I helped you.
You know what, Jordan? You did a good job solving this mystery. If you want a floating mansion, I say we give it to him.
You know what? Sure. You could have a floating mansion.
Thank you, Christ.
But it is still going to leave for the time being to take everyone else home.
Sure. No, that's fine.
All right. Okay. Well, I don't really have anything planned just yet, so why don't we just call it a night for now?
Sounds good to me.
Hey, Haley?
Yes?
I really can't wait till we move out of town and get different fans.
I'm sorry. Okay, you just said I died to a white girl so many times. I live in fucking Kentucky. You can't just be saying... Anyway.
Yeah, I think once this is all over, tensions are pretty high. I think we need to just have a day where we, discuss our feelings openly and talk about our grievances. But right now, God, I really want to sleep.
Eidolon Playtest is produced by Audio Entropy. You can find us on twitter.com/Eidolon Playtest. I'm not fucking calling it X, Elon. Or on the Audio Entropy Discord server. The next episode of Eidolon Disco will be coming out on September 2nd for Patreon subscribers and September 9th for everybody else. See you then!